Coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today we jump right into this new season with an AFC South matchup between the Indianapolis Colts and the Houston Texans. And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. This one taken just inside the 10. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game as he'll lose yardage to start things out. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. To throw is Ryan. That's complete to the running back, Nyheim Hines. It's up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. Colbert finds Hines again for the completion. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And there you go, Charles, the first completed pass of his young career.
And we expect it not to be his last. Very good to get the first one out of the way, though, as he begins his career.
We'll get this up to about the 44.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
What we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Down at the 35, it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play. We expected this defense to be tested by this passing game coming into this one, and there's an example on this first possession of the game.
Taylor is into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 down, stay on the field, run it, and catch it, and he gets it done.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. First and 10 now for Mills and the Texans at their 25-yard line. A first down throw for Mills. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Now Mills. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Rashaan Evans. And the Colts are going to take over a couple of yards shy of Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Finds his big tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 39 yards there, a big one.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process. And really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy.
They'll run the jet sweep here with Pierce. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Jonathan Taylor, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend, as his guys are able to extend their lead. They'll try and throw for it. That's caught at the 2. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. That right there makes up for that missed extra point they had after the first score.
Yeah, they went ahead and got back to level by going for 2 and having the normal amount of points, so that works out pretty well for them. And if you're the kicker, don't worry about it too much. Now they've got back to where they want to be, they'll try it out there for the next one.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
They run the counter. Butler. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. Well, backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, here's Mills. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On 1st down, it's Butler. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. They'll keep it on the ground. Butler. And this one also slow and developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. Throwing, Mills. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Butler. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Up the middle they go. Butler. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line.
He was taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
Mills to throw it. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Texans are back within a score. Extra extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. Very short kick taken right at the 20. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
This offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Colbert. That's complete to Pierce. And they're going to move it down inside the 25. And that catch number 100 for his young career. And remember, only in his second season. The future bright. On second down, it's Taylor. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. We'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Back to throw. Colbert. Oh, he's got his tight end, Mo Alley Cox, complete. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Jonathan Greenard running in to pick up the sack.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, it took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Cameron Bynum. And the Texans are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. That's caught left side by the tight end, Jordan. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones at a first down. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter. 14-7.
But give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. He was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that's going to bring up second down. Looking to throw is Mills. And a quick throw here that's complete. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play. And sometimes it can break big.
On second down now, it's Butler. As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Even though they didn't get it, probably the right call. Too long for a field goal and just not a whole lot to gain from a punt there.
Yeah, you wouldn't have really netted very much yardage if you pumped the ball, right? And the thing about a field goal, and you know this from so much experience, the
throw for Pittman is intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. And the Texans are going to take possession as they got it at the 42-yard line. So that now back-to-back drive CD that have ended with an interception.
I don't know about you, but I'd call my quarterback over, put an arm around him, and say, hey, take a look at the scoreboard. We're playing with a lead. Let's be smarter about what we're doing out there.
Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Play fake, Mills. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And the Colts are going to have it here just past the 25. Final 17 seconds of the half here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. To throw on 2nd down. Colbert going for the deep ball. That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets all the way down inside the 20-yard line. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the left hash, this from 34. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this will remain a 1-touchdown game.
One of the few things that hasn't gone right in this 1st half. They had a chance there for late points, but this one winds up off the mark.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they'll have time for 1 play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. Now here's a whistle as flags come in. And we'll check out the call. The full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the 2nd half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now for Mills and the Texans at their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 6 there on the 1st down play. So a nightmare start to the drive as they're already staring at 2nd and long. Play action now, Mills. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And Mills is intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by Landon Collins. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team has struggled to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
Throwing to start the drive. Colbert. He'll drop this down to Taylor, and he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Another completion there, and you think about the draft back in the spring. He's selected in the 1st round, getting the start here, as we mentioned, in week 1. It's got to be quite a whirlwind for a young quarterback.
Absolutely, because going in the 1st round, people are going to clamor for you to be the starter right away, but many teams want you to get your feet wet first, maybe just kind of hang out behind a veteran starter. In this case, though, he ascended right to the top role, and I know he's excited about the opportunity.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Andrew Van Ginkel there on the stop. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Off the option, here's Taylor. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Over the middle, it's complete. And they get him down about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A third down pickup of 5. On fourth down, Colbert. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with the football. The Colts unable to convert here on fourth down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. They'll start on the ground here on first down. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Third and short yardage, Mills.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. 68 yards receiving now for him in the game. And a first down on that last catch as well. They run the counter. Butler. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. On second down, it's Butler.
And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield.
They'll run on first down. Butler. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
75 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
He's making quite a splash here in his NFL debut.
But he was advertised as being NFL ready, and both you and I tend to arch an eyebrow a little bit when we first hear that. But I think that they were right about this one.
He'll get it to the 23-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. They run the counter. It's Butler, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
On play action, Mills.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Jordan. And he is going to have the Texans first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2. On first down, Butler. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Butler, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes a defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
That's complete to Butler. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. He got out of bounds. That's a good thing, but still short of the first.
And now, since this brings up 4th down, the defensive play caller, grab your nerves, because now you don't want to be so amped up that you give them a...
And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston.
Charlie Warner
from 13 yards out.
And the Texans go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this fourth quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Operating from the gun, Colbert. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not.
Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to let this one go deep.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he did not reel it in.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck.
And the Texans will take over.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the fourth quarter.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Working with a 2nd and 4.
Now a handoff up the middle. Butler. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. They run the counter. It's Butler.
And he'll get about 3 out of that up to the 39-yard line.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Mills can't get away, and down he goes.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
On is the punter, Johnston, now as he sends this one away.
And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now he dumps this off over.